He set off toward the lake, classical music playing on his radio from the local college's classical radio station. I said, I didn't really know Cornelius before this project started, even though I saw him from time to time checking out books. I got the impression you know him better than that, though. Is that right? Wilson said, Oh, I know him fairly well, I suppose. He's been at board-related events and has come to some library fundraisers. We've had lunch together from time to time. Networking, you know. I hid a smile at his tone. Although Wilson fervently believed in being very good to people who were generous to the library, I'd gotten the feeling that networking was the toughest part of his job and the one he looked least forward to. But he did a great job at it. He was a little stiff, a little formal, but he was real. There was nothing false about Wilson, and he tried very hard. Have you been to his house before? I asked. The new one, I mean. Cornelius was talking about it a little, and I was curious. He took me by when it was under construction, said Wilson. It was far from being done, but I was able to get a good idea of what it was going to end up looking like. What did he say to you about it? Not a lot, but I got the impression it's very large. It is. Mostly it's tall. Cornelius mentioned that he wanted to have a good vantage point to see both the mountains and the lake, and there are plenty of windows to do that. Floor-to-ceiling windows. Sounds like a fantastic view, I said. We chatted quietly for a few minutes while the classical music played in the background, and Wilson sipped his coffee from a travel mug every once in a while. After a bit, we reached the house. It was huge, as I'd suspected, but it also strangely seemed to blend in well with the neighborhood around it. He'd kept a lot of the big trees surrounding the back and sides of the house, leaving the front treeless for the view. Cornelius's Cadillac was parked in the driveway, and we pulled up next to it. Wilson and I got out of the car, and Wilson opened up his trunk. I did think to bring some boxes. I wasn't sure how many books he was talking about. He didn't really give me much of an idea either, although it sounded like a good many. He and I divided up the boxes between us and headed toward the house. I was glad to see they were old produce boxes from the grocery store because they had handles on both sides and wouldn't get loaded up so high that the boxes couldn't be easily lifted. We set the boxes at the back door and Wilson rang the doorbell. We waited for a minute and then frowned at each other. Well, it's a big house, I said. It probably takes him a while to get downstairs. I think he uses an elevator, said Wilson, brow furrowed. Maybe he's running the water inside and couldn't hear us, I suggested. Wilson rang the bell again, and we waited.